Hello students, welcome back to IIT Foundation classes. I am your chemistry faculty S. Mohan. Students, grade 6 under IIT Foundation chemistry we started the chapter basic importance of chemistry, and in the previous class we completed first synopsis or first lesson, right, in which we studied, discussed about the chemistry and the branches of chemistry, important branches of chemistry and some special branches of chemistry, and also we discussed about the alloys, right, and also we discussed about the importance of chemistry in our daily life and industries, etc. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about we are going to start the second synopsis, that means the second lesson. Okay, this second lesson is very important. Here in this lesson we are going to discuss about some common chemistry laboratory apparatus. So this is the second lesson, students. So in the second lesson what we are going to discuss is some common chemistry laboratory apparatus. Right? So these are the things we are going to discuss today. Okay, some common chemistry laboratory apparatus. Did you visit your school lab? Yes, very good. So you visited the school lab. In the lab, what do you find? Just tell few names. What do you see in your chemistry lab? Chalo start. Test tube, yeah, very good. Test tube holder, yeah, very good. Funnel, good. Beakers, good. More. Bunsen burner, okay. More. Very good. So you can know so many things, right? You might have observed in your laboratory there are so many things out there. Okay. So in the chemistry apparatus, the chemistry lab, so many apparatus we use, but here very important and commonly used apparatus today we discuss. Okay. Chalo students. So some common chemistry laboratory apparatus. In this first one is a test tube. Hope you know, everyone knows about the test tube, right? So test tube is what? A glass tube. What it is? A glass tube which is closed at one end and opened at other end. That is called a test tube. So what purpose this test tube we use? This test tube is used to test or to do some small experiments. Okay, want to do an experiment in small quantity. Then we use a test tube, and this test tube generally made up of glass, right? But here which glass is used? Generally borosil or borosilicate glass or Pyrex glass is used to manufacture this tube. Why? Because they should be very hard. Here in the test tube we can do so many things, right? So here you see your test tube is some reaction is taking place here, and you see it's becoming very hot, right? So to prevent from the breakage of a test tube, here it is made by the hard glasses, strong glasses, right? So here generally borosilicate or borosil or Pyrex glass is used to make the test tubes. Is this clear to you? Chalo. So test tube generally is used to do an experiment by using a small quantity or any small observations. When we want to do, then we use a test tube. Okay, so this is a test tube. Now second one is what? Test tube holder. So this is also very important. I want to do some experiment here, and every time I can't do the experiment like this by holding the test tube in my hand, right? Can I hand like this? Can I hold the test tube like this in the laboratory? No, because in the laboratories we are going to use so many things. Sometimes maybe we want to heat it. Sometimes we may add acid and bases, right? So there are some reactions out there like exothermic reactions. Okay, so during this a large amount of heat is released, and sometimes the reaction may take place, and the chemicals which are inside may spill or may come outside. Okay, so that's what, it's not safe to hold the test tube in the hands. So what we do for that, we use one test tube holder. This test tube holder consists of a wooden handle along with two metal what do you say, strips. Okay, so by which we can hold the test tube. So that is called the test tube holder. So test tube holder, it is a kind of iron tong provided with the wooden handle. So iron tongs are there, and which is provided with the one wooden handle. Okay, so it is used holding the test tube when a substance is being heated. Not even heated, but sometimes some simple experiments, while doing some experiments also like exothermic reaction, it's not safe, okay, to hold in our normal fingers or in a hand directly. Okay, so better to use the test tube holders. And then you see test tube stand. So whenever we want to fix it, like so, this is a test tube stand. Can you see here? This is the test tube stand. Acha. So apart from this one test tube hand, one more is also there. So where we can keep the test tube. Okay. So for it, it will be how it will be. So okay. So here you can see a small like this. It will be there. So where we can put the test tubes. So that is so here it a test tube has stand means what? This one, it's a plastic stand. So this is made up of plastic for keeping the test tube in position. So like this, we can keep the test tube in the position. So this is a test tube stand, right? So this is an iron stand. Generally, we can use to fix and to heat for heating experiment, right, students? So here test tube holder, test tube stand. Clear? Any doubt? No. Chalo. I'm going to the next slide now. Next one is round bottomed flask. Name itself is indicating round bottomed flask. So bottom is round and it's a flask with one neck. So that is called a round bottom flask. Generally, round bottom flask also we use in the chemistry and the laboratories, right? See here. So it is a glass container. It is made up of glass. So it is made up of glass container with a spherical bulb. See how nice is it? Spherical bulb and narrow cylindrical neck. So see here a small narrow cylindrical neck and it is generally used for heating the liquid. So this is called the round bottom flask. So you can see in your laboratories, no? So it's a round bottom flask with a one small neck. Okay. So this is about the round bottom flask. Next, flat bottom flask. Yeah, if there is a round bottom flask is there, the general flat bottom flask also will be there. Yes or no? So in your house also, if you can see, so many things are there. Cooking vessels. Okay, if you observe, so there, okay, some pans will be there. How they are pan? They are in the round bottom, right? But nowadays, you are getting some flat bottom vessels also, cooking vessels. Did you see? Like induction stove. You know the induction stove? So induction stove is very flat. So to cook on that induction stove, then we need to use the flat bottom vessels only we should use. Alright. So once you ask your mom and once visit the kitchen, it's good to visit the kitchen sometimes. Right. So here flat bottom flask. So it's same. It's like this one only, but instead of round bottom, there will be a flat. Right. So it is also glass container. This is also glass container with a spherical bulb, but here the base is flat and the base is there. Okay, so that's about the flat bottom flask. Then come to the conical flask. Conical, like this cone. You know the cone ice cream. Yeah. Okay. So like this. Right, instead of I'm telling the cone, then you can understand the cone ice cream. Or girls keep the mehendi. So there also they use the cone, similar type. Okay, so this is called a conical flask. So see students here, this is like conical. Okay, it's like a cone. Okay, so this is a conical shape. It's a cone shaped flask with a flat base. See, this is a flat base. Okay, flat base provided with the cylindrical neck. Neck is cylindrical here. Neck is a cylindrical neck. It's also used for mixing, storing chemicals in the form of liquid. So when I want to mix something, okay, so for example, I have some, okay, solvent and a solute, means I want to make some solution. So then what I do, I take some solvent, means one liquid in with this conical flask, and I add some salt, okay, and I hold the neck and just I'll shake it, okay. So then what happens, that get dissolves, right. So this is about the conical flask. Can you see the conical flask? Okay, so this is a conical flask, and at that side, that is a round bottom flask. Okay, so I think all these things you are watching, you might have seen in the chemistry laboratory, right? Chalo. Let's go to the next slide now. Now come to the beaker, glass rod, and funnel. Beaker, though everyone you know, I think, right? So this is a glass beaker, same cylindrical shape and a flat bottom. So see here, where is this? Yeah. So here you can see. So it is an open glass container. Open glass container means what? It's a upper side it's open, and of course down it's a base, flat base. So cylindrical shape provided with a lip of pouring out of liquid. So here this is a lip with a pouring out of liquid, and the beakers are different sizes. Yes, this is also important. They are available in 50 cc, 100 cc, 250 cc, and 500 cc. Okay, so what is cc? Cubic centimeters. For what the cc is used? To measure the volume. To measure the volume. Right. So very important. So these terms also you have to remember. Right. So if you want to measure something in the liquid state, okay, or even sometimes gaseous state also, we use the word volume. Okay. So the volume is like 50 cc, 100 cc, 250, different size of beakers are available. So this is a beaker, and so here the here readings also will be there, like here readings are there. So these are the readings. You can see the lines here. So these lines indicates the reading of the beakers. Okay, how much quantity you want? For example, this you think 100 quantity, 100 ml, 100 ml of quantity, or 100 cc. Then so this maybe indicates like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, something like this. How much you want? We can take up to 100 ml, 200 ml, something like this, right? Next, glass rod. Yeah, what is the glass rod work here? For example, you want to have a milk, right? And your mom pour the milk to you, and she may ask you, okay, you can add of add of the sugar and some boost, Bonvita or something to you. Okay, so you add, then directly can you drink? No, you stir with the spoon, okay, to mix it well. Yes, so similarly here also like glass rod works like a spoon. So it is used as a stirrer, very thin rod of approximately 3 mm, okay, rod will be there. Yeah, so here it is a solid glass tube of 3 millimeters in diameter. It is generally used for stirring the chemicals in the form of liquids, right? So just to stir it, this is a glass rod, very thin rod. Okay, so see, diameter is 3 mm. You know the 3 mm, 3 millimeters. Now one scale is of 15 centimeters. Normally use the scale, and that is divided into, that is 15 centimeters. So in that 1 centimeter, that 1 centimeter, if you do again, you can see that divided into 10 parts, equal parts, that each part represent 1 millimeter, like this 3 millimeters thickness. And funnel, the funnel, okay. So funnel, so this is in the shape of like conical shape, this also like this. Okay, so something like this, the funnel will be there. Okay, so this is the funnel. So it's a conical shape provided with a long tapering neck, okay, and is made from the glass or plastic. It is employed for pouring out the liquids. Whenever we want to pour some liquid, then we use this funnel. Okay, students. So these are the things once you check here. So beaker, glass rod, and funnel. Okay, any doubt? No? Chalo, let's go to the next one now. Pipette and a burette. Generally, it is used in the titration. What is the titration? We discuss in the coming classes. Okay, so titration is nothing but a like a chemical reaction. So here titration will have that we discuss. So in this titration, what we do, Pipette is a long narrow tube. So this is called a pipette, students. This is called a pipette. So this is a long narrow tube. Can you see here this long narrow tube? And here you can see in the middle like one bulb. Okay. So it is like fat. Right. Again the thin. Again it's a thin. And the both the sides is a thin. Okay. Tube with a like glass bulb in the center. So this is called as a pipette. So it's a long narrow tube provided the nozzle at the one end and the bulb in the middle. So this is a nozzle and this is a bulb. A circular mark is made its significance the volume of the liquid. So here you can see here, very important thing here. There will be some mark will be there here, you can't see here, but here there will be one mark will be there. So this is here 25 ml, till 25 ml where? So till this mark, some mark is provided. So that mark indicates that it's a 25 ml. Alright. So, and here meniscus, you know the meniscus? You don't know meniscus? So, see here, for example, here if I have a test tube, this glass tube, okay, and if you fill with some liquid, okay, so the liquid will be, it looks like this, okay. So, this part, this minimum part which is there, that is called as a lower meniscus, okay. So, this lower meniscus and upper meniscus will be there. This we show in the next classes. So, till there, if you take, so it gives its original volume. Okay. Next, come to the burette. Burette is also, this is a burette. So, see, this is a long cylindrical tube where it is graduated, see 0, 10, 20, 15, 20, 30, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, something. So, here this can hold up to 50 milliliters and it is okay arranged one with like tap like substance. So, how much ml we need? So, that much ml when we open. So, this liquid will falls down and when how much? For example, I want to drop, I want 15 ml of liquid. So, to drop in a beaker for example. Then what I do? I open it, I will fill the first liquid up to 0. Okay, up to 0. Now, I will fill the liquid here. Then what I do? I just, it's open. On opening, then what happens? Liquid falls down. So, I want, for example, exactly 15 ml. So, as the liquid is falling down, then what happens here? The liquid level will be decreases. When it's come to exactly 15, then immediately I can stop here. So, on stopping, what happens? Now, see, I dropped 15 ml of liquid like this. Clear to you, students? So, in this way. So, it's a long graduated means water readings with readings tube provided with a glass stopcock. Sorry, its clock is printed, it's cock it is. So, this is called stopcock. So, we can down it and up it. Okay, there is a stopcock. Okay, stopcock, it is at its bottom end. So, bottom end you can see here, this is a stopcock is there. It has a capacity of 50 ml. So, you can see this is a 50 ml, right? So, 50 ml reading is there. It is used for pouring out of a fixed volume of liquid. How much I want to pour, exactly that much only I can pour it wherever, okay, and then I can close the stopcock, right? So, this is also one of the most important apparatus which we use in the chemistry lab. Okay, so let's go through this one. Check. Alright, finished. Shall we go to the next one now? Chalo, iron stand. So, iron stand. So, this is iron stand. See students here, this is the iron stand. This is iron stand. So, to hold test tubes, beakers, whatever you want to hold, you can hold it. So, it is used for holding the glass apparatus. So, you can see here, it is used for what purpose? Holding the glass apparatus. And generally, round bottom flask or hard glasses like test tubes, okay, in a specific position. Wherever we want to, we can adjust it. So, if you want to, okay, bring it move upside, so that you can just lose it and you can move it, okay. So, I can fix it anywhere according to a required position, okay. So, that is the version. And tripod stand. So, this is a tripod stand. Can you see here? So this is a tripod stand. 1, 2, again backside one more is there. So total 3. A tripod stand will be there, okay, on which this is kept above the Bunsen burner. So this is a burner, okay, around the burner it is kept, and based on this wire gauge, so this is called as a wire gauge, and on this wire gauge generally the apparatus are kept to heat it. Clear? So this is a tripod stand. So it's a triangular hollow frame provided with the 3 legs. How many legs? 3 legs. 1, 2, inside backside one is there. 3 legs are used for supporting the glass apparatus with the which needs heating. Whenever we want to heat, so that we place over the Bunsen burner, and then we place the round bottom flask. Whatever we want to heat, we can put there. Measuring cylinder and graduated cylinder. It is similar to like last slide. Okay, it is similar this one. So this is a measuring cylinder or graduated cylinder. So this is a 100 ml. Okay, how much quantity of liquid I would like to take, that much liquid I can take. For example, I want only 50 ml, so I can take the water or whatever the liquid till here. So then it shows that its value is 50 ml. So this is a, see how it is a cylindrical shape. How it is? Cylindrical shape and graduated. The values are written on this one. So this is about this one. So see here, so it is a cylindrical glass vessel provided the flat base and the lip near the top, and it is used for measuring a definite volume of liquid. A definite volume. I want 10 ml or 20 ml or 30 ml or 40 ml, 50, whatever it may be. So how much exact liquid amount of liquid is required? That much amount of liquid I can measure by using this okay, measuring cylinder. So this is a measuring cylinder. Clear? So that's all about the students about this one. Can you see? Yeah. Now let's go to the next one. Bunsen burner. Just now I told you about the Bunsen burner. So in the olden days, they used to use the spirit lamps. Okay, what? Spirit lamps. But nowadays, then they are using the Bunsen burner, which can run with the LPG gas. LPG gas generally in your house, your mom use the gas to cook the food, right? So that is LPG gas, which is called as a, what is the full form of LPG? Good. Liquefied petroleum gas. Okay, so here also we use the liquefied petroleum gas only, LPG gas only. But here in your houses, the stoves will be there. Instead of using the stove, we are using this cylindrical tube, which is called as a Bunsen burner. Okay, so there's a Bunsen burner here, long cylindrical structure there, and here we can adjust the flame. Okay, the how much we want the flame. So here a knob also will be there. See, there's a knob, so we can adjust the flame. So this about the Bunsen burner. So see, modern chemistry laboratories use a Bunsen burner, okay, in place of spirit lamps. In the olden days, they use the spirit lamps, but nowadays what they are using? Nowadays they are using the Bunsen burners. When Bunsen burner is connected to the gas supply, see here, when Bunsen burner is connected to the gas supply, the gas released to the nozzle with a good pressure, and doing so, okay. So then it will mix with the air, because some air is also required to this one. And then when it is ignited, the mixture of gas and air ignited burns at the top of the burner to the blue flame. Here it's showing like yellow flame, but actually, so here you can see this part, you can see. Observe this point, this part you observe. So here it is see in blue color. Okay, so here something burning. So this is in yellow color, but in here if you see very closely, so this it burns with the blue flame. LPG gas. Okay, so it in your home also you can see whenever your mom is cooking. So you can see the blue flame, right? So here also it gives a blue flame. Next comes the watch glass. Watch glass is nothing but just like concave glass. You might have studied about the anywhere about the in the light convex lenses, concave, convex lenses, and okay. So these are concave. Okay, concave like means like this. Okay, concave and glass plate. Generally, it is used okay to take some salt to mix to make some paste, this type of things when we want to do, and we take the watch glass in the laboratories. So it is a circular concave. See, this is a concave piece of the glass used in the chemistry as a surface evaporate liquid and hold solids while being the weighted. When I want to weight some salt, particular amount of salt is there, then we use a glass plate to measure this this one. Okay, so that's about the watch glass. Right, students? Thistle funnel. This is like funnel. So this is a thistle funnel you can see here. So here see this is a funnel, right? So this is a funnel and it's a long tube here which is a opening end. So this is a thistle funnel. So thistle funnel is a piece of the laboratory glassware consists of a shaft of tube. So this is a shaft of a tube with a reservoir. Okay, this is called reservoir. So this part is called a reservoir. Okay, this part is called reservoir, and a funnel like section at the top. Okay, thistle tubes are typically used in the chemistry to add the liquids to an existing system. So whenever we want to add the liquid to somewhere, then we can use this thistle funnel. Okay, that's about the thistle funnel. Now next, what is the Chena dish? Yeah, this is a Chena dish. This Chena dish is also commonly used apparatus in the laboratory whenever you want to heat something, right? So I think you are in 6th class, you have some physical change and chemical change, some topic is there. So there, when I want to like iron and magnesium, iron powder, sorry, sulfur, iron powder and sulfur powder, they mix physically and chemically. Okay, in such cases, whenever you want to eat some things in a small quantity, then we use this Chena dish. There's a Chena dish and this Bunsen burner. Okay, this is a tripod stand. So you can see a tripod stand, all are there here. Okay, so this and there's a wire gauge. So it's a piece of laboratory glassware used for the evaporation of solutions and superintendent of the liquid. Sometimes it's used for the melting points. Okay, so that is about the Chena dish. Okay. Next one, say dropper, separating funnel and stopper and rubber cork. Dropper, you know about the dropper. Okay, so in the nowadays actually most of the students are using the ballpoint pens, but in the olden days we used to write with the ink pen, right? So the ink pen, if you want to fill the ink, then there will be a dropper. So we used to take with the help of a dropper some ink from the bottle, and this ink we used to drop in the pen. And I think you know this one, like if you have a marker board, so use the markers, right? For marker also there is like liquid will be there to fill up this one. Okay, so it is just like that only. So it's a dropper. So you can see here, this is a dropper. See, drop wise, it's a falling. So it's a pipette consisting of a small tube in a vacuum at bulb and drawing the liquid and releasing drop at a time. So this is a dropper. Now then come to the next one, separating funnel. This is also very, very important, students. Here we have the separation of mixtures. One topic is there. Of course, for you it is not there, I think, but if you go to the higher classes, we have the one topic, one chapter called as the separation of mixtures. If the two things are mixed, then how can you separate? Okay, so similarly, for example, if say some oil and water are together, oil and water are together, are mixed. Okay, then if you want to separate them, how can you separate? So we use this one, what is called a separating funnel. So when you take the separating funnel, whenever you have a oil and water, okay, or mixed together, and generally actually you try to mix them, they don't mix. Okay, when you are stirring it, it looks like it's mixing, but if you keep aside for some time, then what happens? They both get separated. Being the water is heavier than the oil, so water comes down, water settled at the down, and the oil will float on the water, making a clear separation between the oil and the water. In such cases, if you want to separate the oil and water, then we use the separating funnel. So see here, this is the separating funnel, students here. So separating funnel, see here two liquids are there. Can you see here? One green color liquid and one yellow color liquid. These two are kept together. Okay, but see here, we can separate if their densities are different. If their densities are different. So here, if the two liquids of different densities are mixed together, then we can separate by using this separating funnel. So here what happens? Here more denser liquid comes down and less dense liquid floats up. Okay, and here also there is stopcock will be there, stopcock. So now we have to fix and wait for some time. Then what happens? All denser liquid comes down and all lighter liquid, okay, goes up. Then you just put one beaker or something and open the stopcock. So what happens? The first this liquid fall. Whenever it falls, you can stop it. So like this, we can separate the two liquids of different densities by using this separating funnel. So separating funnel is also called as a separation funnel. Next you can see here. Yeah, so this is used to separate the two liquids that usually are very hard to separate. See, oil and water, which are immiscible. Immiscible means what? They do not mix with each other. So when they do not mix with each other, then if the densities are different, then higher density one comes down and lower density or lighter will moves up. Clear? So this is about the so that's about the separating funnel. So separating funnel is used to separate the immiscible liquids, two immiscible liquids who are differ in their densities. Okay, we use this separating funnel. Okay, and then come to the stopper or rubber cork. This you know. So rubber cork or stopper. So here you can see this we are closing completely tight. So however it's like a lid. Okay, so whenever in your home, okay, after using something you can close the lid. Okay, if you have a water bottle, so what you do, just open the water bottle and drink some water and then you can close it, right? So here also whatever we do the experiment, after that if you want to close it, then we can close it by using the stopper or rubber cork also we can say. So bung, stopper or cork which is used to close the cylindrical vessels. Okay students, so these are the important, very important things we discussed. This topic we discuss in the next class. Okay, so once again see here whatever all these things you should know, and you can go to the lab of your school and once check what we have given here: test tube holder, test tube stand, and round bottom flask, flat bottom flask, and conical flask, beaker, glass rod, funnel, right? Pipette, burette, iron stand, tripod stand, measuring cylinder, pipette, burette. Okay, so Bunsen burner, watch glass. This is all very important. So because see, I think you'll be doing the practicals in your school, but as you're in 6th class, you may not be doing, but your teacher might be demonstrating the experiments, right? So while demonstrating also, you have to observe all these things. Yes, chalo students. So hope you understood the class and hope. Okay, so bye, take care.